Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third week. Welcome to the third week of our 5-week meditation workshop. I hope that you all are enjoying your meditation practice. My name is Heather Evans. I am the founder and motivation maven at Journeys on the Mat. As I have stated in previous weeks, I've been practicing yoga for over 9 years now. And when I say yoga, that's the practice, the physical practice that happens on the mat. And I've been cultivating a consistent personal meditation practice for the past 2 years. And I've seen the transformation it's made in my life. I wanted to share some of what I've learned with all of you so that you might be able to see that same transformation in your own life. Just to recap the past couple of weeks, in our first week, we talked about the benefits of meditation, the fact that it can cultivate clear mind, clear breath, clear body, and that it ties all those things in together. We talked about the fact that it can help you stay focused and remain calm, and it can help you respond with the appropriate emotional response when you're going through certain things in your life, whether you're dealing with things at work or things with your family or anything else that's happening in your life. We also dispelled some myths. We talked about the myth of having to sit when you meditate, or that you have to meditate for an hour, or that you have to chant when you meditate. So all of those myths that tend to surround meditation and maybe have been almost prohibiting you from exploring meditation a little further. So we talked about how none of those myths are actually true. And then we've been able to do a little bit of practice as well. In the second week, we looked at mudras and mantras. So we looked at how mantras can be used to enhance your meditation practice. We used a very simple mantra of so hum, so on the inhale, hum on the exhale. So hum translates to I am that. And when we use it when we meditate, it's just a reminder that all of us are connected to everyone and everything else on this beautiful earth that we reside on. We also talked about mudras, so the power of gesture, and we focused on hand mudras, and there are a number of mudras that can be used, including physical mudras, mudras with your head, but we really focused on hand mudras, and we talked about how these mudras create energetic locks in the body. And when we use a certain mudra, right, it can bring about a different energy when we're meditating. So we talked about Anjali Mudra, we talked about Chin Mudra, we talked about the essence of masculine and feminine energy in our mudras. So if you want to know what we discussed in weeks 1 and 2 and you haven't had a chance to check out those videos, they are available to you on our YouTube channel, and there will be a link provided shortly on our Facebook page, on the Google Plus page, so you can always connect with us there and find out what it is we've been up to and talking about. But I hope that you've been enjoying cultivating your meditation practice. We have a lot to cover tonight. Tonight's a really exciting night. Tonight we're going to be talking about chakras and how we can use focus on the chakra and using that energetic body in our meditation to enhance your practice. But to get started, as we did last week, I'd like to begin with a short meditation. So just finding a comfortable place for you and your body wherever you are in this moment. So you might be seated like I am, you might choose to lay down, you might choose to sit in a chair, whatever it is for you in this moment. Again, getting comfortable. And then once you're there, just elongating your spine. So if you're in a seated position, rooting down through the base of your pelvis, allowing your spine to lengthen, and then lifting through the crown of our heads. If you're lying down either on a bed or on the floor, just making sure that you're allowing your spine to elongate along the surface that you're lying on. Now, if you'd like, you can try out one of those mudras that we talked about in week 2. So choosing a mudra that's speaking to you tonight, I'm going to start with my palms up, pointer finger and thumb together, resting gently on my thighs. So we're long through the spine. We've chosen a hand position, and if something isn't feeling right to you in this moment, go ahead and change it up. It's okay. You don't have to stay where you are. Always feel free to change and get comfortable. And once you're ready, You can gently close your eyes or just look down with a soft gaze. And if you're lying down, you can just gaze up at a spot on the ceiling, or you can close your eyes. Just choosing what feels right to you in this moment. And then when you're ready, just begin to notice your breath. So what is your breath doing in this moment? There's no need to change it. There's no need to judge it. It's just noticing what's happening for you right here, right now, in this moment. Is your breath fast or slow? Are you breathing deeply, or is your breath a bit more shallow? Where are you breathing into your body? Are you breathing into your belly, or your ribs, or your upper chest? Maybe you even begin to tune into your heartbeat and seeing what's happening there. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, you can begin to slow down your breath. So making your inhales and your exhales a bit longer. For some of us, that might mean that we add a count of 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 to our inhales, and then we match that on our exhales. So just taking a couple of moments here to do just that, slowing the breath down. Breathing through your nose. And then once the breath has begun to slow, breathing deeply into your low belly, allowing your low belly to expand like a balloon on your inhale. And then as you exhale, feeling it come back in toward your spine gently, not forcing anything, not muscling anything, just allowing your belly to become soft and round on your inhales. And softly come back to your spine on your exhales. Take 2 more deep breaths just like this into your low belly. Breathing deeply, feeling your body beginning to relax. On your next inhale, moving your breath into your low ribs on your inhale, feeling that expansion through your low ribs. And then allowing them to come back in toward each other on your exhale. So really feeling what it's like to breathe into your low lungs. And exhale from that space again, not muscling, not making it tense or hard. 2 deep breaths just like this. 1 more. Inhaling. And exhaling. And now allowing on the next inhale your breath to come into the upper chest. So feeling your upper chest rise on the inhale. Feeling it come down on your exhale. One more deep breath into that space. And exhaling. And now tying all 3 together. So on your next inhale, inhaling low belly, low ribs, upper chest, and then exhaling upper chest, low ribs, then low belly. Inhaling and exhaling, feeling your entire body fill up with this prana, with this life force that is your breath. Coming back to your count if your mind has begun to wander, or if it's become preoccupied with other thoughts, it's okay. Just bring your mind back to your breath. Really feeling into this. Maybe it's the first time all day that you've paid attention to how you're breathing, and now you're bringing intention to how you're breathing as well. Last but not least, if you would like to tonight, I invite you to just try out that simple mantra, so hum. So on your inhale, thinking to yourself, so, and on your exhale, hum. I am that, so, hum. Just a couple more times here, breathing deeply. Repeating the mantra in your head. One more deep breath cycle. Now letting the count go, just allowing your breath to come back to its natural state. And now we'll bring our hands together in front of our heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bring your chin down slightly toward your chest. And just take a moment to thank yourself for tuning in, for exploring your meditation practice, for taking this time to cultivate your meditation practice, a practice that will help you gain focus and clarity, will bring overall peace and calm to your breath, your body, your heart, your mind. This practice that has been passed down from one person to the next time and time again, because this practice works. It makes a difference. People have seen the impact. And when you're ready, we'll look up, gently opening your eyes, and then just allowing your hands to come back down to your lap. Again, finding a comfortable seat, maybe shaking it out a little bit, and just seeing how your body feels in this moment following that short meditation. So if you hadn't meditated today, congratulations, you just did. Well done. Meditation done for today. And I hope that you've been working with it. I hope that you've been playing around with different things in your own meditation practice, because playing and exploring and trying out different things is the best way to learn for yourself. So we learn by doing and by practicing and by getting into it and seeing what feels good and maybe what doesn't feel so great. So knowing what resonates with us and knowing that that can change over time as well. So again, thanks for being here. And we're going to get started because we have a number of chakras to go through tonight, 7 to be exact. And I want to share as much as I can with you about the chakras. And then we'll actually do a meditation practice toward the end where we work through the 7 chakras. And we'll send different energy and focus as we move through each chakra. So the first chakra, we're going to start at our base. So we're going to start with our root chakra, Muladhara. Muladhara is the root chakra. And this chakra is related to our instinct for survival. So it's about roots, it's about connectedness, it's about feeling grounded. And if you think about it, at our base, that's where our groundedness happens. This cross-legged position that I'm currently sitting in, it's one of the earliest yoga postures known, and it was designed so that people could meditate. And oftentimes we'll say, root down into the earth as you sit to meditate, root down from the base of your pelvis. And so for myself, when I'm meditating, when I say that, I think to myself, Muladhara chakra, I need to root down into the earth, and I need to find that connectedness. I need to find that space of survival and safety. And for me, what helps is to visualize almost roots of a tree going down into the earth, and it makes me all of a sudden I feel very tall, like a majestic elm tree that can grow up because the root is very strong. In terms of the physical location, for men, this is located in the perineum, and for women, the cervix. So it is very much the root, the base of our bodies in terms of our torso bodies, right? So that is where the Muladhara chakra is located. There are different elements and smells and colors that are associated with chakras. There are also sounds, so I'll go through each one of those for each one of our chakras. But for the Muladhara chakra, the sense is smell. So I like to think of it as, and the way that I can remember this is, on beautiful fall days, and if you're not in a climate that experiences a fall, I'll try to think of another analogy. But in the fall, when leaves begin to decompose and you can smell the soil, you can smell the earth, and even for those of us who maybe aren't residing in climates that experience fall with decomposing leaves, that smell of soil, that smell of earth, it reminds me of this rooting down, this connectedness that we have to the earth. So again, to remind yourself of what the sense is for Muladhara chakra, think of soil, think of earth, think of rooting down, and that always helps me. The color is red. So one of the really neat things is when you're meditating and you're utilizing chakras, you can envision a color as you're meditating. So if on a particular day you really wanted to meditate and have your meditation practice focused on Muladhara chakra, you could visualize red. People also utilize crystals that are of that particular color associated with a chakra. People utilize flowers that are of the color associated with the chakra. So there are a number of different ways that you can utilize color when you're meditating and when you're thinking about the chakras. So smell is the sense, red is the color. The element is earth. So again, this is all tying in, and we start to see these connections as we move through the chakras, but the element is earth. And again, for me, it's that soil to smell. It's the idea of a tree rooting down into the earth, right? So this earthy element, this element of being connected to this amazing land that supports us and that provides for us our very survival. So Muladhara chakra is all about this platform, this base, this sense of grounding down. There are also organs for which each of the chakras are connected. And for the root chakra, the organs are the adrenal glands. And adrenal glands are essential for the production of hormones. And if you think about it, our hormones are what we secrete at a certain age, once we've reached a certain age. So again, coming back to the tree analogy, we put our roots down, maybe we're really unsteady when we're kids, but all of a sudden we hit puberty and we start grounding down, we start getting a better sense of who we are and where we're connecting in this earth and where we belong and where we've come from. And so once that hormone production begins, it's all connected to the adrenal glands. And so Muladhara chakra, root chakra, is related to adrenal gland and hormone production. Last but not least, the mantra. There are mantras associated with these chakras. The mantra is LAM, L-A-M, LAM. And again, the way that I can remember this is LAM begins with L, land, earth. So one way to utilize this is if you're meditating and you really want to hone in on Muladhara chakra, you can take a deep breath in and then on your exhale, LAM, and really feel into that and feel where that energy is and feel how that energy is resonating as you say it out loud. LAM, for me, it's a very, it's a much deeper sound than some of the other mantras that we use. And so it also reminds me that this is all about my base. It's all about the rooting down. So that is Muladhara chakra, root chakra. And again, you can tailor your meditation practice so that if you're feeling ungrounded, if you're feeling uncentered, or if you're having one of those days where you find yourself tripping over things a lot, or, I've had days where I just cannot seem to get my bearings, or I'm getting lost. I went for a long walk the other day, as a matter of fact. I got completely turned around and lost. I had no idea where I was. I'm still new to the place that I'm living now. And I was feeling really unsteady. And so one of the ways that I can balance that feeling of being unsteady or lost is by doing a meditation practice related to Muladhara chakra, or focused on Muladhara chakra. So different ways that we can utilize this work. The second chakra that we're going to talk about tonight is the sacral chakra, or Svadhisthana chakra, Svadhisthana. And all it is if I'll tell you the location first, take 2 finger widths up from where Muladhara chakra is, and that's where sacral chakra is. So sacral, think about where your sacrum is located in your back. Your sacrum is a triangle shaped, or I'm not sure what the shape is, but it's a triangle shaped bone that's in your back. It almost feels like a little resting place, and it connects bones of your pelvis together along with your spine. It's the last section of vertebrae in your spine, but that is your sacrum. So this is the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is related to home, and it's all about pleasure and security. So Muladhara chakra is about survival. Now we're moving up a notch to, okay, I'm safe, and now I can start exploring a little bit of pleasure and security. It is said that Svadhisthana chakra is related to our unconsciousness. So for most people, we'll find a lot of deep-rooted emotions here. A lot of stuff, a lot of memories, a lot of things that maybe haven't been explored in quite some time, especially as we get older. Because it's related to safety, for a lot of us, we might experience, if we focus in on this area, memories of our childhood when maybe we were feeling scared or afraid, or if something traumatic happened, that might come up when we focus on Svadhisthana chakra. Svadhisthana chakra. Again, this is related to adrenal glands. It's also related to your reproductive organs. And if you think about where it's located, that totally makes sense. And again, because it's all about security and safety, when we think about our origin and where we came from, this is a very safe place when we're babies. And it's this area of where we come from. And so for most of us, this is a very safe space. We want to protect this space. It's a very sacred space. The color for Svadhisthana chakra is orange. So while the root chakra, Muladhara, was red, Svadhisthana is orange. So if you wanted to meditate on this particular chakra, you could utilize orange crystals, orange flowers. You can just envision an orange light or an orange glow being focused in this area, or just envision it in your mind. So lots of different ways to play with color here. The element here is water. And so one way that you can utilize the element in your practice is either by sitting and meditating by a body of water. So finding a river, or sitting near the ocean, or even a fountain, if we aren't lucky enough to live in an area that has access to a river or a lake or an ocean. You can also just visualize any one of those things in your mind. So visualizing the water element and helping cultivate that fluidity in the body. The mantra is VAM, V-A-M, VAM. So when we are meditating, again, we can utilize the mantra to help enhance our meditation practice. And if you're doing a meditation practice focused on Svadhisthana chakra, or the sacral chakra, you can use the mantra VAM, VAM. So a lot of different things to work with there. So we've talked about root chakra, Muladhara, at the base of our body, that rooting down, that connecting to earth. Now we've talked about Svadhisthana chakra, right? That's 2 levels up. It's our sacral chakra, so 2 finger widths up from Muladhara chakra. The third chakra is Manipura chakra, and this is located at the solar plexus. So if you go right behind your navel or just slightly up from your navel, back toward your spine, this is where Manipura chakra is. And Manipura translates literally into city of jewels. So this is a very, I like to think of it as our shine bright center. So city of jewels, things are sparkling there. It's really all about the powerhouse of the body. This is the power chakra. The color is yellow. And if you think about jewels as they sparkle, city of jewels, they can give off this yellow glow. And so you can utilize the color yellow in your practice. Also here, the Manipura chakra is related to self-assertion. It's all about our ability to dominate. It's about our ability to stand our ground and speak up for ourselves, speak up for what's right, speak out against injustice. And so Manipura chakra is really about, if you think about it, if we are connected, we're feeling grounded. If we feel safe, then we have the ability to feel powerful. If the other two aren't in balance, we might not necessarily feel the ability to exert what power we all have inside of us. This chakra is related to the pancreas, to the gallbladder, and those two organs are designed to help us convert the food that we eat into fuel. So we are literally fueling and creating power for our body to go out and do all of the things we need to do. It's all about fire, and actually the element related to this chakra is fire. So just as with Svadhisthana chakra and sitting next to a body of water, one way that we can meditate using Manipura chakra is by sitting near a candle or a flame, sitting near a fire, utilizing this imagery of fire to help fuel our meditation practice. The mantra for Manipura chakra is Ram, Ram, R-A-M. A great way to remember Ram from Manipura chakra is the animal ram. A ram is a very powerful and energetic animal. And because this chakra is all about finding your energy and your power, you can utilize Ram in your meditation practice to cultivate that energy in your body. So again, all you would need to do is inhale, and on your exhale, Ram, and feel it emanating from this space. Feel it emanating from your solar plexus, your energy center, your fire center, your power center, Manipura chakra. So again, color is yellow, element is fire, mantra is Ram, and really feel that power that you can get if you focus in on this chakra. This is a great meditation to do if you are about to go into a meeting or go into a situation where, you know, you're about to have an intense conversation with someone. It can help you find your voice. It can help you find your power center. And not in that power-hungry ego way. So we're not talking about ego power. We're talking about power that allows you to cultivate your voice and cultivate your stance and your position on any number of things, particularly your safety and who you really are. So utilizing these three chakras in succession can be really powerful. The fourth chakra is Anahata chakra. Anahata is the heart chakra. Anahata, literally, when literally translated, means unstuck. And I think that that is so incredibly beautiful and profound. Oftentimes you'll hear people say, you know, I have a chakra that's blocked, or my heart chakra is blocked. When we can unstick this, when our heart chakra becomes unstuck, it means we are open to all possibilities. We are open to love. We are open to adventure. We are open to exploration and knowledge and sharing and giving. The Anahata chakra is related organ-wise to your heart and to your lungs. And when you think about it, if we're feeling really tense or stuck in a situation, our heartbeat might be racing, our breath might be shallow and fast, we might not be getting enough air to the system. And when we unstick that, when it becomes unstuck, all of a sudden, it's also that feeling of love and affection and willingness to give. I also think about it because when we go in to hug somebody, the sense related to Anahata chakra is touch, the sense of touch. When we go in to hug somebody, we embrace them. All of that energy that comes out through our arms to give somebody a huge embrace, it's coming from our heart. And as we bring them in, we bring them into this space. So Anahata chakra is a really big one, especially with people in our lives that we love and that we want to share experiences with, that we want to share our lives with. So again, the location is the heart center. It's one of the reasons why we bring Anjali Mudra to the heart, so that we can focus our energy and attention there. Again, I mentioned that the sense is touch. The color associated with Anahata chakra is either green or blue. And so you have some options here. Green or blue. And actually with any of these chakras, these colors are suggestions. You might have a completely different color for each and every chakra outside of what I've said. The element is air, and if you think about it, that connection to lungs, you know, that ability to just breathe and love and accept and envelop everything, envelop people, envelop experiences. That element of air is a really good one to remember, that when we're breathing, we're allowing ourselves to open up. The mantra for heart chakra is YAM, YAM, Y-A-M. The way that I remember this one is love is yummy, and things that we love are yummy. And so while it's not yum, it's not Y-U-M, the mantra is Y-A-M. A good way to remember it is this idea that love and experiences it's delicious. And so yum is the mantra, yum. And again, I just want to draw our attention back that we can see how these begin to all relate to one another. If we're feeling grounded, if we feel safe, if we're clear in our power, we have the ability to love fully and completely and without reservation. So all of these things moving up the body do relate to one another. So while we can isolate one chakra and focus our attention there, especially if we're feeling unbalanced in a certain area, it's always helpful to remember that these are all interconnected. And when we do work on one, it means it's impacting another one. The fifth chakra is Vishuddhi. It's the throat chakra. And this is one in my own personal life that I have been focusing on quite a bit. Vishuddhi, literally translated, means purification. So the throat chakra, if you want to know the location, it's toward the back of the neck, right behind where for men the Adam's apple would be, so right behind there. Vishuddhi, meaning purification. And it's the ability to accept duality in life. It's the ability to know that there's good and that there's bad, and that that's okay, and that that's just the way life is. It's the ability to see that every story has multiple sides to it. And it's also related to being able to voice and put voice to your side, to understanding, to vocalizing your needs, your wants, your desires, your dreams, your hopes. And so when we communicate effectively, when we communicate and we communicate from a place of love and compassion, our throat chakra has the ability to open. On the flip side, The throat chakra, Vishuddhi, is also in contrast, in flip, because there's a duality here. It's not just about being able to vocalize, it's also about being able to listen. So the spaces related to Vishuddhi are your throat and your ears. So being able to bring voice, but also being able to listen and take in another perspective. So it's associated with the larynx, the thyroid glands, parathyroid glands, all of these things that can help us vocalize and regulate how we vocalize things to others. The color, you have 3 options here, or you have many more, depending on how you're seeing the colors in their relation to chakras, are green or blue or purple. So a lot of different options here. Again, the use of crystals, the use of visualization, the use of flowers can be really helpful here. I'm actually wearing green tonight. And I did that with the intention of thinking about Vishuddhi as I'm speaking to all of you. I wanted to bring focus and attention to this particular chakra this evening. The element is sound. So again, the sounds that we make, but also what we're able to hear and take in and really listen with compassion and with appropriate intention. The mantra for this particular element is hum, H-A-M, hum. So if you see me meditating anywhere, you might notice that I'm sitting there, hum, hum. I also clear my throat, hum, hum. Another way to use a mantra and kind of a different way to open up this chakra in a different way. So again, starting at the base, if we're rooted, if we're safe, if we're feeling powerful, if we're feeling loved, we have the ability to express and also take in with the right intention, with the right energy, with a calm mind, a calm heart, calm breath, calm body, all of those things that we've been talking about when we talk about cultivating our meditation practice. The 6th chakra, and I know I'm giving you a lot of information tonight, so feel free to review this and do your own exploring as well, please. This is just one perspective on the chakras. The 6th chakra is the 3rd eye chakra. Anya, so that is located at the space in between your 2 eyebrows, so your eyebrow center right here. Anya, literally translated, means command. So it's having command of your thoughts. It's also all about wisdom and being able to see things from different perspectives. So dualities and different perspectives here, also reflected in the 3rd eye chakra here. It's a space of command and guidance. So when you're meditating, one method that you can use to receive guidance in your 3rd eye area to get a different perspective or to get guidance from spirits or from higher powers is to literally, behind closed eyes, look up and look and focus on your 3rd eye area. It's a great way to sort of focus the mind and get it in that intentional space for receiving guidance and wisdom. So a great thing to do when you're meditating. This chakra is related to the pineal gland, and the pineal gland sits at the very center of the brain, and it is regarded as a space of bridging the gap between the psychic and physical planes. So what we exist in, this physical realm that we exist in, and the psychic realm. So really, really interesting stuff. What's also really interesting is that studies show that in most adults, the pineal gland has almost what they call atrophied, so it's not being activated as much. So for adults in particular, to see with the 3rd eye or to focus meditation on the 3rd eye can reignite this area of the brain. It can stimulate this area, which can help us to see things in different perspectives. The pineal gland is also said to be responsible for our ability to regulate when we see light. So the element for the 3rd eye chakra is light. And the pineal gland is related to our ability to regulate when it's getting dark or when it's getting light out, or at least that's what it's believed to be. So if you're dealing with insomnia, or if you find that you're extremely tired, we can stimulate this area through meditation to have it bring some regulation back into the body. The color that's associated with the third eye is dark blue, so utilizing a dark blue crystal. I have one that I actually place. If I'm doing a meditation where I'm laying down, I have a crystal that I place in between my two eyebrows. Purple is also another color that's commonly associated with the third eye. The mantra is Om, Om, O-M or A-U-M, depending on how you prefer to spell it, but Om. And so when you're meditating, you can utilize that mantra and bring your attention into this space. Another way that we can do this is by bringing the palms of the hands together and then placing our thumbs at third eye center. So it just brings a little bit of extra attention and intention to that space, also with a mudra, with a hand gesture. Last but not least, we have the crown chakra located at the very top of the head. This one is Saraswaha. So Saraswaha is located right at the crown of your head. It translates to 1,000, and typically it's translated as 1,000 points of light, and this is the site of enlightenment. It's our ability to realize our highest consciousness, which is a really incredible concept when you begin to think about it, us actually being able to come into that moment of realizing our consciousness and how it relates to other consciousnesses around us. So this is the space of the union between Shiva and Shakti, and we're recording this on the eve of a new moon, and this new moon in particular is all about bringing Shiva and Shakti together this time of year here in 2015 in February. It's all about that, and so this is all about the union of masculine and feminine energy. It's about the union of everything coming together so that we can be fully conscious, so that we can have that enlightenment in our lives. The color is purple or white. So visualizing, oftentimes you'll see a picture of a white lotus flower with 1,000 petals located at the crown of the head. And that's where that comes from, that white lotus with 1,000 petals, all for the crown chakra. The mantra here is also Om, O-M or A-U-M. So utilizing that when you meditate is a great way to sort of bring your attention to this area, and also your visualization of color and your visualization of the white lotus can be really helpful there as well. So those are the 7 chakras. So again, just to review: root chakra, Muladhara; Svadhisthana chakra, sacral chakra; Manipura chakra, or your solar plexus, your energy center; heart chakra, Anahata; Vishuddhi, your throat chakra; third eye, Anya chakra; and then Saraswaha is the crown chakra, right at the top of your head. So those are the 7 chakras. Another important thing to note is that all of these chakras intersect with what are called your nadis. And nadis are energy channels that run up the back of the body. And I wish I had a model here that I could show you, but if this is the back of someone's head and this is their spinal column, right? The nadis run along the back of your spinal column. So we have the main energy channel, Sushumna. And Sushumna is located along the spinal column itself. So it's an energy channel, and energy runs up and down that channel. On the left-hand side of Sushumna, you have Ida, and Ida is an energy channel that is feminine in nature. It's called a lunar energy channel or a moon channel. So it's much more about being an introvert. It's much more quiet in nature, I guess you could say. On the right-hand side, you'll find the Pingala. So on the right-hand side is a more masculine energy of the Sushumna. On the right-hand side of the Sushumna is Pingala, more masculine energy, more assertive, more extroverted, also solar or sun related. And these two, Ida and Pingala, spiral up around Sushumna. So they do this spiraling action. Every time Ida and Pingala intersect, as they're spiraling up Sushumna, that is where a chakra is. So anytime that intersects, it intersects at the root chakra, it intersects at the throat chakra, it intersects at third eye, and then it culminates at the top in the crown chakra. So really, really interesting stuff. You will often find that one energy channel is dominant at any given time of day. I pay particular attention to this. When I'm meditating, oftentimes I'll find that I'm breathing more through my left nostril as opposed to my right. I can feel more air coming in and out, so I'm breathing more through my left nostril. It means that my Ida nadi, my Ida energy, my more feminine energy is much more activated at that time. If I'm doing work, I was preparing for this, anytime I was preparing for this webinar, I was noticing that I was breathing more through my right nostril. So more masculine, more extroverted energy, more solar related, more sun related. So there are different ways that you can bring that into balance, but one way is just to begin to notice, am I breathing more through one side of my nose versus another? And that can help you determine if you have a certain energy that's more dominant in any given time of day. And it's never right or wrong. It's not good or bad. It just is what it is. And so it's just really interesting to start playing with this idea. I bring up the nadis because of their intersection points with the chakras. And I think it's really important for us as we work with the energy body to know that there are these channels that run up and down our spine, and that we know that there are these two energy channels that every time they intersect are intersecting at a chakra. So with all of that information in your head, we're going to take a few moments just to do a brief meditation practice. And I have a couple of things that I want to share with you. But again, finding your comfortable seat or finding a comfortable position for you, just allowing yourself to allow your hands to come into a position that's comfortable for you in this moment, lengthening through your spine. Taking a couple breaths, just noticing where your breath is in this moment, and then deciding for yourself if you want to close your eyes completely or just look down or up with a very soft gaze, completely up to you. As your breath begins to slow, maybe beginning to pay attention, am I breathing more through my left nostril or through my right nostril? Am I breathing evenly through both? That's always an option as well. Not trying to change it, just noticing. And when you're ready, just allowing your breath to soften and become longer. Allowing your belly to become soft. Breathing fully and deeply. And now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to envision a ball of white light at the crown of your head. This light is soft. It's warm. It's just resting there. On your next inhale, I want you to breathe this light in all the way down to the base of your spine. And as you exhale light that is the color of the rainbow. Inhaling pure white light. And exhaling the color of the rainbow. Taking a couple of deep breaths. Allowing your body to stay soft. Inhaling that white light. And exhaling the rainbow. Keeping that white light at the crown of your head. Begin to focus on a particular chakra that's of interest to you tonight. Maybe one that resonated with you. Maybe one that you've never explored before. And then I want you to breathe in that white light into that chakra. And on your exhale, exhaling a color that resonates with you and that chakra. It can be one of the colors we discussed tonight. It can be a color that you like and enjoy, one that speaks to you in relation to that chakra. This is your meditation practice. Breathing in white light. And exhaling your color from your chakra. Take one more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. And on your next inhale, bring your palms together at your heart center, Anahata chakra. Bring your chin down towards your chest. And take a moment to thank yourself for being here tonight. For taking this time to explore your meditation practice, for taking time to explore your chakras. We'll end with the same mantra we ended with last week. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. You can look up, releasing your hands. Just notice how you feel in this moment. Notice if anything has shifted. Notice if anything has piqued your interest. And if not, that's okay. If it has, awesome. I encourage you to explore more. I do want to let you know what's coming up next week. Next week, we're going to be talking about guided versus unguided meditation. We're also going to be exploring this idea of meta meditation, which is an incredibly powerful meditation that we can do. It's all about love and good energy. So I hope that you tune in for that. Also, if you are eager to practice with us some more, so either meditation or yoga, come join us. We're having a retreat at the end of March 25th through the 29th on the beautiful Salt Spring Island. We've got space at Stoll Lake Farm, which is this incredible farm. It has magical energy. It's a place for community. It's a place where we're going to gather to explore asana practice, our meditation practice, pranayama, our breath practice. It'll be an amazing time, wholesome, nutritious vegetarian meals, warm accommodations. We're really looking forward to seeing some of you there. I know that some of you are registered, so it's going to be a great time. If you're interested, you can find information and a registration link at www.journeysonthemat.com. Again, www.journeysonthemat.com. So we hope that you are able to join us for that. If you can't, you can always contact me. I'm going to be starting a intro to yoga series here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, beginning in April. And one of my colleagues, Jamie Ackerman, she teaches at the Yoga Loft in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. So if you're ever in Moose Jaw, be sure to check her out. So there's a lot going on, and we hope that we see you on the mat and off the mat really soon. So I wish you all pleasant journeys on the mat, off the mat, wherever you are and wherever this practice takes you. Namaste.